How are you today? It's a Friday already. Wow, time's flying past. Good day, hello, bye bye. I mean, to the video that is. All right, so let's have a look real quick at what's happening in the markets. I drew this down before I started the video just to see if there was a symmetrical triangle happening, but it isn't. Basically, what's happening is prices. Oh, that's wrong. Prices heading out towards the intersection of the 1/2 and arc 2 as well. So it came out of kill zone, try to find some, what's what I'm looking for? Not comfort. Uh, I guess support, but support's not really the correct terminology for this. Build up. So it dropped down, consolidated, build there, ran up to this little intersection, and now is going to continue its journey down. Let's see what that looks like over here. I guess we can have a look at yesterday's forecast real quick. 4th April, date and time stamped. So when price was back here, it could have gone to the moon. It could have just dumped to zero, but instead I said it would be within this range, and let's have a look at where it turned within that range. Okay, a little sooner than anticipated. I thought the arrow was going to bring it across further, but because it's forming sooner than anticipated, that means that the downward run is going to be a lot more, I don't want to say impressive because people are going to lose money who don't know how to short the market, but I want to say impressive because it is. It's going to be quite a good one going down by the looks of it. So let's set it up then for the new setup. For the MTOPS students who do this every day, it's second nature for you. For the guys who are joining in during this period where I'm offering this information out here, then pay close attention. The reason I say this is because by accident I didn't cancel my TradingView subscription, and then it debited me for another month. And like millionaires, still doesn't matter how rich they are, don't like losing money, not even $100. So I just thought, let me get my money's worth, whatever the amount was. And so we're going to keep the show going just for a little while longer. And then once the subscription comes to an end of that cycle, then I'm going to go back to 100% coding my AI to perform this market action. If you'd like to become a member of MTOPS, please reach out to me. The members will have first access to the beta version once it's ready to roll out for testing phase. So it's another perk other than learning one of the strongest strategies that exists to trade and forecast and predict the markets out there right now. All right, so we got to get our scaling correct for the transition down. I know there's a lot of free stuff on my channel on YouTube, but what you want is a chronological order and explanations behind every single move that I make. I'm not including everything here. This is just kind of the bottom line of it. If you take trading seriously, you should perhaps get into the space of understanding the why and the how behind this, and then you can bring it out into whichever market you choose. We're just using Bitcoin at the moment because of the 24/7 nature of it, and it's had quite a significant bull run of late. What's pretty cool is that you guys are getting to see what it's like during consolidation as well, for anyone who's joining the markets as a newbie, because this does happen. These periods of little to no action, even though there was Easter weekend, is a part of the market, and it's best to know when to avoid a trade and the reasoning behind avoiding that trade, the why behind having power and patience. So that'll be all explained to you if you'd like to purchase the video tutorials and the indicator and the plugins and all the kind of stuff that we've had designed for the MTOP strategy. But if not, then continue to enjoy the free material. Let's continue. All right, so in terms of the scaling, the reason I'm extending this is because should this be turning point 5 or the third high of the cycle, it's coming really, really early. Right? Where I like to see the third high of the cycle or turning point 5 is over here within this middle bit. But what I'm seeing is that it's coming almost like prematurely. Irresponsibly is the word I'm looking for. It's formed at an irresponsible position. Maybe that could be from the sketchy market shape that formed over Easter weekend, which only happens once a year, thank goodness. And then from here, trying to regain some form of structure, but responsibly, it's formed too early. If you consider the highs and lows that need to form in the other two quadrants. So I'm interested to see what happens next. It can either climb up and then go down, or just really descend into like the 50,000s. Is what I'm seeing. I'm just going to have a look across here to see what it says. And it says about 60,000 is the play. So I'd say maybe around here. So how would I get here? And that would be either at that intersection or that intersection. So either option 1 there, option 2, option 3 over there. So somewhere along here, I would imagine it pull up a bit and then just casually descend in that direction is what I'm foreseeing. So I'm not entirely sure that this is a turning point, and we are just waiting for the confirmations for that, because once again, the place in which it is formed is rather irresponsible. I would like it to anchor in over here and then continue its journey down. So just be aware of that. Wait for price to leave kill zone if you're going to enter a trade. The reason why it's called kill zone is because trades get killed if you open them within the zone, as it could spike up, recenter themselves, and then move down. Or alternatively, you think you've got a good position over here, but it then climbs up to a higher position. You could have gone in a little bit I guess, higher if you're shorting the market. And that'll be the difference between 66,000 and 68,000 per se, just for the purpose of this example. And then from 68,000 instead of 66,000, write that down to 60,000 more or less. I'm just using numbers for the sake of the example. These are not fixed probabilities. What is fixed and true, and what I'm saying, is that price is in kill zone at the moment, and from the strategy perspective, we wait for it to exit that area, this danger bit, and then from there we can start making informed decisions, and then allow the kind of rule of what MTOPS is about, and that is to trade A setups, like quality setups, and have your money travel along, increasing obviously in profit with predictable and obvious trades. You don't need, once you've learned the strategy, you don't need to chase the markets. You don't need to be impulsive. You don't need to be greedy. If you want to be in the game long term, you can sit out certain trades, trade with trend, and wait for the inviting setups to get in, instead of all the other ups and downs being what the traders out there are losing money to, because they're just chasing and they're ignorant and they don't really know what they're doing. So the best way to prolong your wins and increase your win rate is to obviously follow exactly what I just said. But on the other side of that coin, the best way to lose money, and lose money time and time again, is to not know what you're doing, blindly get into the market, chase it around, get upset because price didn't do exactly what you thought it would, or you didn't make as much as you were hoping to, and you needed that money to kind of plug in the holes that you lost, so get it back to at least break even, and so on and so on and so on. Like, get rid of all of that mental load, follow the rules, be patient, wait for quality setups, don't waste your time on crappy trades, and then trade and trend. and obviously wait for price to be outside of the kill zone. Again, guys, this works on all markets. We're just using Bitcoin as a demonstration, but you guys can do this on the Dow Jones, the gold, any market you can think of, which means that you don't have to have just one market making you money. If there is consolidation in a certain market, and you can prove that because of the market structure and the position of where the price is on the higher frames, you can still be making money on gold, still be making money at the open bell in the Dow Jones or the closing bell in the Dow Jones. There are a lot of strategies to increase your profitability, and of course you can learn that by getting information from me directly. So hopefully you're into that sort of thing. If not, then let's just finish off this video and just say how we operate. So where price is going to land up next is below the next low, and I think from I want to go out on a bit of a limb, I guess, or whim, or whatever the correct way of saying that is, and say that it's going to go further than here. All right. So the reason I feel this way is because I've got years of experience with this, and I can see the movement of price action without needing any tools. My naked eye can do this because I've done this so many times. It's just about the law of familiarity, and I'm just able to do that. So when it comes to forecasting the future of where price may land, I do think it needs to come further on into this cycle. I think it's really, unless I'm not seeing something, because it has been quite weird in terms of its structure. It's been inclining and then boom, big drop, and then inclining and then boom, another drop like that. So it's not an easy call in terms of, is actually what the bottom line I'm trying to get to. It's not easy to say, I suggest that's going to come out into this region. I'm going to be a little bit conservative now that I'm saying that out loud and just bring it back to here. Okay. The reason for that is because I'm looking for where it is most likely going to form, and it'll be one of these intersection over there. But that's just quite deep. It takes it down to 56,000. So I don't think it's going to do that, to be honest. So somewhere along this region. But the way it's dropping in at the kill zone is a little bit drastic. So again, I'm interested to see what happens within this first arc. That's the first resistance line, or resistance arc rather, outside of the kill zone. And then that should build that story. But I'm foreseeing price come out into this region over here. I'm just interested to see how it gets there, because it doesn't normally form as steep as that if it is going to climb up and then mosey down over there. I think anything more than that would be me repeating myself or just waffling on. Thanks to all the engagements and for the guys getting involved. It's really cool to get the boost and all the beautiful stuff that you guys are going out your way to do. So thank you so much for that. If you have any questions, use this comment section. I'm updating these daily so I can answer your questions in live format or in recorded format, and you can take that away. Yeah, so I guess that's it for today. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone, and I'll catch up with you next week. Ciao for now.